in Los Angeles, California, home of the Trojans, and this is Runnin' with the PAC.
Coming up on this week's edition of Runnin' with the PAC, we take a campus tour of the Viterbi School of Engineering, step into the corner with the Director of Track and Field, get to know junior sprinter Joey Hughes, go behind the scenes in the Trojan training room, and check out the USC Women's Lacrosse Club. All that and more coming up now.
Hi, I'm Lydia, a junior from Atlanta, Georgia, studying Industrial and Systems Engineering. I'm going to be showing you around the USC Viterbi School of Engineering today, where we have 10 disciplines as well as over 30 majors and areas of emphasis. So let's check it out in this week's Campus Connection.
Time now for our Bank of the West Campus Connection.
Welcome to the Ronald Tudor Hall of Engineering, or RTH as we like to call it, the center for the Viterbi School as well as home base for undergraduate students. RTH houses many of the school's co-curricular programs, including the Center for Engineering Diversity, the Women in Engineering programs, academic advisors, and career services to get help with internships, co-ops, and full-time job offers after graduation. I like to spend my time in the RTH Cafe or Student Lounge, where I catch up with friends over lunch, grab some coffee, and study, of course. We are now inside Dr. Andrea Hodges' research lab on materials nanotechnology, where she and her students are working to understand the mechanical behaviors of nanostructured materials in order to create better biomaterials, optics, and solar cells of tomorrow. The Viterbi School conducts over 1/3 of the externally funded research here at USC in areas such as robotics, vision sciences, and spacecraft design. As we move into the future, many faculty and students will be working on addressing the 14 grand challenges set forth by the National Academy of Engineering in areas such as health, energy and the environment, and cybersecurity, just to name a few. This is the combined classroom, lab, and presentation space for the Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering 341 class, Mechoptronics, or MECOPS for short. Students in this class work on aeromechanical instrumentation and device control around the combinations of mechanical, optical, and electric components. This class is a great example of the hands-on learning we all do as engineering students. While some of our classes are lectures, we also need to get our hands dirty and put engineering into practice by solving solutions to problems in lab environments. Classes aren't the only place where we get to solve engineering problems. This is the Rocket Propulsion Laboratory, a student-run group that works year-round to design, build, and test experimental rocketry, both here and also at their Mojave Desert launch site. But rockets aren't the only things our students are building. We also have competitive groups working on formula-style cars, concrete canoes, steel bridges, and underwater robotics. And don't forget about our active Engineers Without Borders Club that works on building water delivery and filtration systems in rural villages in Honduras. Thanks for checking out the USC Viterbi School of Engineering. I hope you enjoyed seeing just a small sample of what we're working on. I hope to see you around campus. Fight on!
Did you know that USC's music school, founded in 1884, is one of the oldest continually operating cultural institutions in Los Angeles? The USC Flora L. Thornton School of Music presents more than 500 concerts annually on the University Park campus and in venues throughout Southern California. The school consistently ranks among the top 1% of music schools and conservatories in the United States. Did you know that? USC students enjoy the Southern California weather from the patio of the International Plaza, located outside the Ronald Tudor Campus Center.
This is where everyone tends to hang out. During lunchtime it gets packed. A lot of people like to come sit down, chat with friends, eat lunch. It's usually a very lively place.
We have a bunch of tables and chairs, a couple couches and more lounge kind of settings. And as I work here late at nights, I always see students doing last-minute group projects or just catching up with some friends.
The plaza is the perfect spot for students to study, relax, or enjoy a meal outside. Coming up on Runnin' with the PAC, we go behind the scenes in the Trojan training room with assistant athletic trainer David Borchard.
Hi, my name is David Borchard. I'm an assistant athletic trainer here at USC, and today I'd just like to tell you a little bit about what we do here in the athletic medicine department.
Also, director of men's and women's track and field, Ron Alice, takes a crack at our coach's corner. It's all coming up next on Runnin' with the PAC. Runnin' with the PAC is brought to you by Verizon. Your signal reigns on America's largest and most reliable 3G network. Verizon, rule the air. MFS Investment Management, creating innovative investments for financial professionals, their clients, and institutional investors since 1924. And by State Farm, a proud sponsor of the Pac-10 Conference. Contact a local agent to learn why more than 40 million drivers trust State Farm. Some of USC's distinguished alumni include former U.S. Secretary of State Warren Christopher, Mark McGrath, singer and frontman of Sugar Ray, and actor Forrest Whitaker. Time to check out this week's Behind the Game.
Hi, my name is David Borchard. I'm an assistant athletic trainer here at USC. I work with the men's basketball and women's rowing teams. And today I'd just like to tell you a little bit about what we do here in the athletic medicine department. Kind of the first thing that we do is we like to be on hand at practices and competitions just for immediate treatment and care of injuries. Anything as small as a strained muscle all the way to like emergency situations. And then on a day-to-day basis, we work with the athletes both with their injuries, whether they need a referral to a doctor or a specialist, or if we just need to work with them in the training room to try and get them healthy. We do a lot of rehabilitation after injuries, as well as some what we call prevention or preventative exercises if we find that there are things that we can do to keep them from becoming injured in the first place. Here at USC, we have really good facilities. I'm lucky enough to work over here in the Galen Center with the men's basketball program, which is just a few years old and state of the art. It's got everything that we need. We do some taping over in the athletic training room. Then we come into the weight room every once in a while when we need to do some more advanced rehab and some exercises that they need for their injuries or prevention of injuries. It's really fun to work with these student athletes. You get to know their personalities, which it's unbelievable, the ranges of attitudes and personalities that you get with these guys. And it's just amazing really to get to know them on a personal level and know that every day I'm here kind of helping them and getting them to where they need to be to achieve their goals. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what makes me feel good, is just knowing that while they're taking care of their business on and off the court, that I have a little bit to do with kind of helping them to do that. I really hope you enjoyed what I had to tell you about the University of Southern California Athletic Medicine. It's been my pleasure. One last thing though, fight on.
Let's check out this week's Cheerleader of the Week.
Hi, I'm Sarah. You've probably seen me at the games cheering on the Trojans, but some things you don't know about me are: I'm a communication major and business minor here at USC, and I can't wait to someday take on the world of advertising. I absolutely love to travel. My dad's a pilot, and my favorite place to go is the Cayman Islands. I've been there every year since I was born. I worked in an ice cream shop for 5 years. I absolutely can't live without ice cream. I eat it every day, and chocolate chip cookie dough is my favorite. Hope to see you at the Galen Center. Fight on, Trojans.
He's in his 16th season at the helm of the USC track and field program. Head coach Ron Alice sat down with us in this week's Verizon Wireless Coaches Corner.
Ron Alice, Director of Track and Field at the University of Southern California, responsible for both the men and women's teams. I wanted to get involved and be involved in coaching in track and field from the time that I was in high school. Track and field changed my life, and as a result, I was influenced by some very special people. And from those special people, I wanted to emulate and be like them. Best advice given to me is to be true to yourself and understand that you're going to make decisions, you're going to run a program in a certain way, and you got to be yourself. When people ask me, parents in particular, why their son or daughter ought to come to the University of Southern California, educationally, the situation is second to none. Being in Southern California certainly is an advantage to the sport of track and field. And probably, lastly, the tradition and history here in track and field is unbelievable. What motivates me when I wake up in the morning in regards to this job is my calendar and my day is never dull. If a person could follow me around for a day, they'd be huffing and puffing. Fortunately, I've had the energy and the support of my family in order to do this job. It is, to me, the ultimate pinnacle of this profession to be at the University of Southern California. I'm excited every day about trying to do the job that needs to be done to keep it in the forefront.
He's developed into one of the top 400-meter runners in the country. We profile sprinter Joey Hughes next on Runnin' with the PAC. Welcome back to Runnin' with the PAC from the beautiful campus of USC in Los Angeles, California. This season marks the 25th anniversary of women's sports in the Pac-10 Conference. Junior Dalila Muhammad is one of the premier 400-meter hurdlers in the country. She gave us a glimpse of what it's like to run a race in her shoes.
Dalila Muhammad, USC, women's track and field. I think me as an athlete, one of my main strengths is the fact that I'm very well-rounded. I do the jumps, I compete on the 4x4, and I do the hurdles, and sometimes I even do the short hurdles. Also, I think one of my really strong goals is the fact that I'm a team leader. I can bring the team on, especially for the younger girls on our team. I'm there for them.
There's no one a sweeter young lady and a lady than she is. The issue is that when she's on the track, that's a different personality comes out. She's aggressive and very, very competitive and a great representative of the program.
My favorite event is the 400 hurdles. A lot of people think that's kind of like a crazy event to run, like a 400 meters and you're jumping over hurdles. But you know, it's just where I excel the most, and that's why I like it. One of my personal goals is I really want to win the Pac-10. I've come in second 2 years in a row, and I'm now in junior, and I think it's my time to win it. You know, for team goals, I really want to place in NCAAs. I also just want everyone to do their best, to go out there and shine, and everyone. I don't want the team to have excuses. I just think that everyone should go out there and do their very best. Every 400-meter hurdle race is kind of different, but usually I go out at the very beginning of the race, I'm just thinking, you know, here's what I have to do. I'm thinking I want to hit 15 steps in between for at least the first 200 and beyond. I want to hold 15 steps as long as possible. So at the beginning of the race, it's usually like, okay, here I go. I'm just like in that mindset, go. So coming off the turn, like the first turn, I'm thinking, okay, I'm on pace. If I'm on pace, I'm thinking, you know, this is good, keep it going. I usually try to go 15 steps until around the 7th hurdle, and at the end I'm just like trying to hold on.
He's often described by coaches and peers as one of the most valuable members of the USC track and field team. We get to know team captain Joey Hughes in this week's State Farm Pride of the PAC.
45.16. Joey Hughes, USC men's track and field. Being a Trojan is special to me because I grew up here in LA. USC is all I've known. USC is what my dad, my mom, my grandpa, everyone talks about. It's like the big university that you choose. I had 5 choices to go to different schools, but USC was, of course, my best choice, I feel. The coaching staff here is amazing, so they bring out the best in me.
Joey Hughes, as an athlete, is an anomaly. I don't know if I have the right terminology and so forth to describe him. Whatever you ask of Joey is going to perform to the best of his ability. He loves the sport. He loves track. Track is fun. It's not a job, and it's not a stressor. He enjoys the pressure, he enjoys the atmosphere, and he makes it fun. And he creates that environment amongst all of the other people who are around him.
The next level for me is professional. Being a professional athlete, I want to continue my running career. I want to run the 400 for at least another 10 years. I want to go to the Olympics. I want to go to World Championships, Pan Am Games. I want to run indoor, see what that's like. I want to continue to run. I'm serious about running, so it's my dream. What makes me a good 400-meter runner is my dedication, enthusiasm, my focus, my determination. I'm strong coming home. I think I have a great finish. Sometimes I get out a tad bit slow, but I know I can make up for it at the end, which isn't a good idea, but I feel like I'm physically strong coming home. I know I can focus. No matter how tired I am, I'm like, get home. So that's one of my physical strengths. The goals for the men's USC track and field team is to dominate. We want to win nationals. We want to break records. We want to do our best. We hear it all the time that we're one of the best teams that have ever came through USC. And I don't want people to just say that. I want it to be true.